So there are many gurus in the AI space who tell you can earn $10,000 using something known as an AI automation agency. And since I've casually been there in the AI space for a year now, and my 18th birthday is just around the corner, I decided to give it a shot. I'm going to provide myself 30 days to get my first client using my skills. Now before we get started, this is not a tutorial. If you're new to selling AI, I'm as clueless as you are. This is meant as a accountability for myself rather than a full-fledged tutorial or even made for entertainment. So there won't be much editing in these videos. With that said, let's start day one. Day one, I decided to figure out my niche, and since I've barely entered the workspace, I have no niches. So it means I can start with literally any niche and I'll have the same result. But some niches are more rewarding than others. So I decided to pick a niche that is a local business, can be called directly, and usually the owner will answer. And that niche, plumbers, electricians, HVAC, and all sorts of other services that you usually call whenever you require them. They miss a lot of calls on a day-to-day basis. So I figured out it would be a good idea to implement a voice AI agent for them. And since I don't really know how to sell AI or how in the scripts work, so I just joined this community, which I found they're even so generous to provide a cold calling script. Wait, although in the videos it mentioned that you should target your local market first, my local market is South Asia. And if you're Asian, specifically Indian to be exact, you know how electricians and plumbers operate over here. So my best bet was to just go to the foreign market. I went to Twilio and I decided to search for the Anglosphere countries. And since these businesses can be cold called, I needed a number. And I bought that number from Twilio. Twilio is the platform which I used to even build my WAPI agents in the past, but that time I used a trial account. I also used the mobile app Talktive, which claims to just use your Twilio number as your default calling number. Now it was time to decide which country I was going to call to. Unfortunately, the US was the only option. There's a reason why it's the most cold call country in the world. It is the largest market, and it has literally zero paperwork if you have to do voice-only calls to businesses. So I was forced into the US market. Since I don't really have any verifications and don't want to go to the tedious process that you require to register yourself as a business to cold call others in the UK, Australia, Canada, etc., I decided to try and cold call right away, but then I remembered that I was in India and the US lies in a time zone that's almost opposite of it. So it isn't really a great time to call right now. Now we come to the offer. And I've shamelessly just copied it from the tutorial which these guys happily provided. That I would provide a free website or a free website widget as a means to build trust and then later upsell them. And I even just copied their entire cold calling script. And with that, there was not much left to do other than cold calling the prospects itself, since I already knew how to build voice agents and how to make websites. So I could say that my work, for now at least, is done. And I don't have to get up at night to cold call the prospects in the US, which will be midnight to 2 o'clock if we are talking in Indian Standard Time. If you want to see me live cold call, then I'll probably upload it in a few hours or at most tomorrow morning. See you in the next video.